Oh, we'll see if it works. Maybe you won't be able to see me. I don't know.
Okay, where are you at?
All right, it says it's live.
All
Let's see
Hey,
right.
how.
we made it back.
Hi, Turtle Trader. Hi, Steven. Thanks for coming in. I don't even know why I started this, but figured I was in the mood since Valerie started one and we couldn't do it. So I was like, well, I was ready to chat. Hi, Summer. Hi, Ainsley. All right. Now, my computer's running really, really slow. So, hi, Beth. We'll see how this goes.
Now, how do I get the chat?
You know,
I am so
and the
lost on this end of it.
camera on my computer isn't working, but I have my phone out here. So, let's see if that'll work.
Okay.
We'll see here.
Okay.
Hi, Joanna.
Nikki, how do I get the chat?
You have to.
Yeah, follow YouTube.
Oh, okay.
My first time running chat there.
Okay, let me
Okay,
see.
I got my phone to work.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Now I gotta
I can't get my computer camera to work, but I can get my phone to work.
Huh.
Weird, huh?
Hi,
Hey, Dad.
Nishana. Shanna.
That's Shauna.
Nishana.
Uh-huh. I don't know. This is just so weird.
Oh, I don't have live chat on. I have top chat on. Stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Hey,
the.
Pam.
I'm gonna be the. How.
Hi, Nishana Lee. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, everyone.
Now, for any of my people that are on here, just my people that just watch me, like in the morning and stuff, I haven't been having any shows because I've been sick lately. So, just so any of my subscribers know, um, that's why I haven't been around. I'm trying to get my health in order, and then I'll start doing live streams again.
Well, it's so blessed cold up there right now.
uh,
Is
it
that
is
the
cool.
combination, Tim? Drinking wine and eating Fritos? I hope it's a good vintage wine.
Oh my goodness.
All right, now I got live chat on.
I don't know what the heck happened.
I don't know why we're all up. Valerie was starting a show and it didn't work, and so I was like, "Well, I hate to disappoint everybody." So
I couldn't get any of it to work. So I was like, well, shoot. I I
I
guess it's not meant to be.
don't have very good lighting tonight, but
It's good.
you don't need to see me anyways.
Sheila.
Oh, we always like seeing your lovely face, your smiling happiness.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
26
your
there.
party just broke up. So I'm drinking the leftover wine and eating Fritos. There you go.
So you won some jewelry tonight, did you, Valerie?
I did. I shouldn't have, but I did. I did win a jar of earrings. It was going to a good cause though because it was um the proceeds went whatever she made on it went to Heather. Krillin, how you doing?
Oh, did Krillin come in too?
Yeah, Krillin's in there too.
Why don't I see everybody?
I don't know.
I see Turtle Trader. I see Sarah or Summer, not Sarah. Summer.
Right, Nashana.
Debbie?
I figured, even if I could sell them for a little bit here and a little bit there, I should be able to make my money back at least. So be all right. As long as they're, in good shape. That's the only worry. But
You're
if they're
like a
not, I'll just keep them for me.
you're like a squirrel, Valerie. You're storing up for winter.
I tell you what, yeah.
There's probably no finally. I must be lagging.
Am I doing it unjarring? Oh Lord, I don't think so. I got. I still have 3 boxes I got to uh, show. I was gonna do one today. I should have done that today, and I didn't. I wasn't feeling it today. But I got 4 boxes that I had sent to me from my last trip. So I got I gotta do 3 more unboxings of those, and that took like an hour and a half to do. So and then that I don't know. That just kind of bites into my listing time too. So it sucks. But I know everybody wants to see what I got too. So I'm
Yeah,
making
that
time.
500 pounds of clothes you got.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I know.
All right, Krillin, I'll put in a link for you, bud. Let's see here. I can't see my chat now here.
Hey,
What in the
Summer,
heck?
Cindy, thank you everybody for coming back. I just got frustrated. I was like, well, it ain't gonna let me on, so I guess it's not meant to be. Okie dokie. Probably shouldn't sit that close. Scare you all away.
All right. Now, let's see here. Gosh darn it.
I look, I look horrible tonight.
Well, that's a pretty top you got on.
Well, thanks. One of my thrift store finds.
Hi, junk girl.
You should
Uh,
offer them up for sale
hi,
to
Cindy.
anyone who likes them. When that's true. When you do an unjarring, yeah, I did that with the clothing. I said, if you guys like any of these things, just let me know. But I never, I guess nobody liked them because nobody said anything. So Krillin said, Swag Maven, they had a killer sale on Black Friday. All jackets 7, all tops $2.50. I did great. Well, there's your link. Come on, Ansley.
Come on in and grab it. Grab it while it's there.
Yep.
And Ansley is
Mother's mustache.
okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do an unjarring. Well, but it won't be until after I get back because I'll probably get those. She'll probably send them out Monday or Tuesday, and I might get them on Friday. But I leave on Saturday, so
And you won't be back till after the first of the year.
yep. I get back January 3rd.
I saw Krillin came in and now he left.
Oh, well,
So why is mine working and yours wasn't?
I don't know.
Are you
Because
on crack tonight or what?
it was like, hey Carol, am I dreaming or are you on midnight? Live at midnight. Yeah, we're live.
Hi, Carol. You're dreaming about us, Carol. Oh, lug nut, go lay down.
It was like every time if I came on and it was like I was in here 1 second and then it clicked off. it would click off. So I don't know.
Yeah, Turtle, that's two Billy Basses behind me.
Ooh. Oh, sounds like I've tried it. I've restarted my computer and it just don't want to work for me. So I guess it's just not meant to be.
God, I can't believe I'm up at 12:19.
I know. Look at you.
Well, I took a nap earlier.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, I couldn't resist. I had to come in and see my friends.
Good. We're glad you did.
Nobody likes me, Mommy.
Join the party.
Yeah. I was complaining to my wife and nobody likes me at school and
Oh,
I don't want to go and he said I had to because I'm the teacher.
oh, we all like you here. Hi, Krillin.
Ooh, that's a nice picture.
That's sexist.
That's okay.
You'll never run for political office.
There's too many people who've seen and heard me say and do what I've done. I'd never get in office again.
There's Krillin.
Can you hear me now?
I know you're like, please stop, Valerie. Please stop.
Can you see me now? Am I crooked? I don't know. I'm on my phone, so I don't know.
We can hear you and see you.
I can see you.
All right, I'm trying to figure this thing out. Yeah, just taking a little break. Hold on one sec.
Both of those Billy Basses are broken, so I'm gonna sell them for parts.
Krillin's pick, isn't that River Phoenix?
Oh, am I upside down?
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
There we go.
You look better the other way.
Like this way?
Yeah.
who is your icon pick, Krillin? Is that River Phoenix?
No, it's
Or
a different guy. It's there's this movie came out in the 90s. It was called Blood In, Blood Out.
oh yeah,
You heard of it?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
No.
The guy's
I'm gonna
name
have to
is
say that also.
Damien Chapa.
Oh, okay.
Good
Everybody was
movie.
chat.
I probably haven't seen a movie since 1987.
I thought the guy looked like me. I get a little bit, no, except but not fat.
Rod says Krillin rarely wears shirts with a collar. We can tell.
Me?
He likes wife beaters.
Usually in
Must
her
be
wife
cold.
beaters.
Well, yeah, that was like the summertime.
It's just cold.
Wintertime. This is winter Krillin.
Now it's freezing
I
cold
don't
out. It's like
recognize
30.
you with a shirt on. What the hell? No,
Do you want me to take my shirt off? Is that what you want?
no, please.
No. Okay.
Let's scare the ladies. You take yours off, I'll take mine off.
I'd like to keep my subscribers, guys.
No, it's like it's cold in New York. It's cold, you know.
Yeah.
It's
30
17
degrees.
here.
What is it?
17.
It's
Aren't you in Ohio, right?
Yeah. That means he's coming your way, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
So you're getting the coldest part of that blast that's coming through here.
Yeah, we're getting the cold, but we're not getting the storm, it looks like, you know?
Yeah, but it's got to be colder. You're in Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's got to be colder.
No, it's about 17 here, it says.
17. Yeah, that's colder. It's got to be about. I think it's 29 degrees now.
We had a high of 26 today. It's 17.
Sucks.
It feels like 15. It feels like it's 15.
See, that's the benefit of having high blood pressure. You walk around and it feels fine.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nice.
Yeah, it's bad.
So Summer said, Dylan, can I ask you a personal question?
Who's asking me a personal question?
Summer, Kids, Deals, and More. She said, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm dying to know what happened. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know the person. I forget everybody's name anyway, so I feel bad if I forget people's name. Because you know what it is? Sometimes I'm in the chat and I'm always working while I'm in the chat.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm there and I'm not like glued in, and I'm just like I just left my office, warehouse, basement, whatever the hell you want to call it. And
Corporate headquarters.
what's up?
Corporate headquarters.
My headquarters.
Global world headquarters.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. That it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from my house. It's right down the road, which is good. Oh, I got a funny story. I got a good one.
Okay.
So I rent. You guys are gonna like this one. I rent the basement of a thrift store. Okay, which is pretty cool because when she gets, it's a small mom and pop thrift store. It's not like a
Goodwill.
Savers or Goodwill or anything like that. Yeah. It's a small mom and pop thrift store, but it's still decent size, and she still gets a decent amount of donations and merchandise in. So it's good that I get items from her right away, the woman that she gets. And also, like, if she gets it, like, more expensive items, I'll do consignment with her. Like, I just sold a board, like a rare board game, sold for like $70. I didn't even really know. I don't really know much about board games, but if I look it up and it's selling for decent money, I mean, I'll split the money if it's, something that's like $70, whatever. Anyway, so a lot of times I go in at night to do work. I'll go do the sourcing, running around like everybody does, the garage sales, estate sales, everything, other thrift stores, driving around all day. And then at night, after dark, that's when I'll go in to my dungeon / office /
Mm-hmm.
So the other night, I'm going in, I'm going to do some work. Mm-hmm. I unlock, it's dark in there, of course, because the store's closed. I open the door. It's pitch black in there. I hear, Rob, is that you? And I'm startled. I caught her with her boyfriend having sex in the thrift store.
Oh no!
Between two racks of clothes.
Oh no!
I didn't really. I just saw their outlines. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She was apologizing to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is her store, because what happens is I have to go into her store to be able, because it's in the basement. So, but I can't get access from the outside. It's just easier to get the access, obviously, from the store instead of having to go around to like storm doors and stuff, So I go in through the store, and she's there. I hear, Valley started laughing. It was the most awkward thing. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then I said, I'll be back later. And then I left. I went to the pizzeria around the corner. And she texted me like 100 times, like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Come back. We're done. We're done. I'm like, oh, yeah. And even the boyfriend, he said that. He's like, oh, we were just finishing up anyway. I was like,
oh no.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
She's a cool lady.
Yeah.
Huh? Awkward though.
Okay, Nikki, you're gonna have to pull a story out and top that one now.
Well, first of all, Summer explained what she was talking about. Let me go back to the chat. My computer's running slow here. She said that you were on some wrestler's channel, and you were talking about that you were talking to some lady and you were going to meet her. She wanted to know how that worked out.
Probably not good, because if I'm here by myself and I'm not out with that lady,
yeah,
that couldn't have went that well.
Yeah, he's home on a Saturday night. What do you think, Summer?
I'm home talking to you guys.
Talking to us.
No offense,
No offense.
Somebody asked me that today, like, oh, where are you going tonight? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, aren't you going? It's Saturday, and I'm like, I didn't even realize this. Like, I don't even think about it. Oh, it's Saturday? Because, like, I went to a concert the other night on a Thursday night, and I'm, it doesn't matter. What's the difference?
Yeah. We work for ourselves to do what we want.
I have no schedule.
No.
Well, my dad used to say the only thing open after 12 o'clock is the emergency room and the the jail, and you don't really want to go to either one of them.
Yeah. That was a fun. I went into New York City. It was Thursday night. I went to. I don't know if you guys been in New York City before. It gets a little crazy.
Nikki has. She loves it.
A lot of traffic. But I went to a heavy metal concert, and it got a little wild there.
Oh boy.
Do you live in New York City proper, or?
I know. I live on Long Island, which is about. I live about let's say with no traffic, because traffic can screw everything up. I live about maybe 15, 20 minutes from the city limits. I guess you would call that proper, right? Is that what you mean? I guess like the city itself. I know people use that term, but Queens, New York is about 15 minutes from me. Right. That's one borough, like King of Queens. And then another about 20 minutes from there, from the Queens border, to the Midtown Tunnel, to the river, is so for me it's about 45 minutes with no traffic, just to the tunnel to get to the city. But then of course in the city, when I was leaving, I was trying to get to one of the bridges to get out, and I'm looking at my Google Maps and I'm like, wait a second, it's taking me a half an hour to go 3 miles. It's like I could walk faster than this. But when you get traffic in the city, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Hurt?
I was going to say, yeah, we got the same problem here.
Well, but aren't you near Oh, no, you're near Dayton, right? Dayton?
Canton, Massillon.
Canton, Dayton. What's the difference? Same shit.
No.
What's the difference?
What's the difference between Long Island and Brooklyn?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Brooklyn obviously is a city. Long Island is a suburb of Brooklyn.
I know. Yeah.
But it's not the similar, like Dayton, Canton. I mean, I figure it's a small city, right? Isn't it a small city?
They're small Ohio depressed cities. Yeah.
Youngstown, that's a depressed city, right?
Youngstown's the armpit of the universe.
Yeah, I watched a special on some cable channel. They said how bad it was.
Oh God, yeah. Youngstown's always been bad. Even when it was booming, it was kind of like a Wild West city, just full of pieces of shit.
Skells.
Yeah.
So Canton, that's where the football is, right?
Yeah, the Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. So is that the draw for the city?
Yeah.
Like upstate, we have Cooperstown, which is the draw for the
Yeah. Yeah, here Canton, in this area, in like a week or two period, you can't get a hotel room within 20, 30 miles. All the NFL people, the celebrities, all the tourists who come in and everything for the induction and the game. Yeah, it's this place is happening for like a week.
Yeah, so how far from the actual Hall of Fame itself? You could walk there? Is it that close?
Probably 4 miles.
Few miles?
Yeah.
But so you could technically rent a room out that week. Probably someone would pay you a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not that popular, but yeah, you could probably do Airbnb here or something like that. Yeah. Especially there's the old neighborhood around the Hall of Fame is all those like 1960s, 50s bungalows, those little houses.
Sure.
If somebody was smart who owned some property there, they would vacate it for a week and rent it out to some diehard fans or something.
Now, where in the state is Canton? Is it like in the? I know what Cincinnati is in the south, and then Cleveland's in the north, and Columbus is in the middle, right?
Yeah, we're about 60 miles straight south of Cleveland.
So you're north of Columbus, but south of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So close to the Pennsylvania border, not too far.
Probably about an hour that way.
Okay.
It takes us about 45 minutes to get to Cleveland. It'd probably be about 50 minutes or so to get to PA.
Yeah. Because like I'm on the other side of everything. You know, when I tell people I live east of New York, they're like, "Wait a second, New York is on the ocean. How could you live east of where the ocean is?" You know, I'm like, no, because the island extends. You know,
Right.
You're the hurricane buffer for New York City.
yeah.
Okay,
No, we even have islands that are buffers of our island.
That
No,
sucks.
That's why Long Island. It's the biggest. I think it's the biggest island in continental United States.
I think it is too. So
okay,
how far?
I'm gonna play Southern ignorant here. So New York City
Yes.
is like where Manhattan's at.
Okay, I'll give you the
the
rundown because
boroughs
it
are
is a
all
little
the-
bit tricky.
Yeah.
It is a little bit tricky. Now, the physical island of Long Island, okay? You have you have Queens, Brooklyn, Nassau, and Suffolk. Nassau and Suffolk is when somebody says Long Island, they talk about Nassau and Suffolk, even though the physical island itself, if you looked at a map, and forget about without anything written on it,
Right.
if you looked at a physical map, Queens and Brooklyn are both on the island itself, but
Okay.
it's not, nobody calls it Long Island. They call that like in political terms, like how you say proper, like is
Right.
that's New York City proper, Queens and Brooklyn. Long Island is Nassau and Suffolk, just the two counties. I live in Nassau, which is, not too far, like I said, maybe 15 minutes, like 5 exits from the Queens border. Okay. But then on next to in between, let's say you have Long Island, and then you have a river, and then you have Manhattan Island, and then another river, and then on the other side, that's the continental United States. That would be New Jersey.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's Staten Island down there in the corner. But there's the 5 boroughs: Staten Island, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. But technically, on our island where we live, it's
Right.
But if you just say to people, "I'm going to Long Island," even though like I said, technically Queens is on the island, that's not Long Island.
Right.
We wouldn't want them anyway.
And they're all separate cities.
No,
is that correct?
Counties. Well, those are boroughs.
Right.
Those are called, each one of the five. They call them boroughs. They're
Right.
kind of like counties in a way, but they all encompass the one New York City. But we have Nassau and Suffolk, which are individual counties, and that's it.
Oh, I thought Queens and the Bronx and all that was like suburbs of New York.
No, they are. That's the city. That's New York City.
Oh, they're their own city.
So the mayor of the city of New York is also the mayor of Bronx.
Correct. See, that's what a lot of people. But and here's the funny part: is this? There's a lot of times there's people that live in Queens, and if they just say to somebody casually, "Oh, I'm going into the city," that means they talk about they're going into Manhattan, even though, like as you said before, proper New York City proper is still like if you live in Staten Island or if you live in Times Square, it's the same New York City. You have the same mayor. The only difference, I mean, there's a borough president, which is like a county executive. That's the only difference. But same mayor, same police force, same cops, same everything.
Boy, that's a lot of people to have to bribe.
It's a lot. Well, I mean, it's a big. I mean, there's 9 million people just in that city, and that doesn't count us. We still have in my county. There's about 1.5 million, and in the other county, there's about 1.5 million also. So on our island, technically, the physical island, I mean, we have like 10 million people on our island, not including Manhattan. It's a lot of people,
That's more than the state of North Dakota or Nevada, I think.
States, those are territories. Like, who's the one guy? I forget his name all the time. He lives in North Idaho. It's like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, because he said something about the South. I said everything is the South to you. I mean, your way out is out on the other side of the. We forget that those places even exist.
Yeah, the rest of us are flyover country, as they call it. Mm-hmm. West Coast and East Coast, and those people who got all the power and the money, they just fly over us.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one I didn't know existed, which I thought was I had no. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there's another time zone that exists east of me, of us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Canada. Because there's one of the resellers. I don't know their name, but they were saying because it was late at night. Said, "Oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning here." They're like, "Oh, it's 3 in the morning." I says, "How could it be later anywhere else? I live in the east. I live in New York. What's later? What could be later than that?" But then somebody lives like in Nova Scotia or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know they had different time in Newfoundland or wherever the middle of nowhere. How do they get stuck in those places?
We wonder how you got stuck where you're at. So
No, Ohio.
Right.
No, look, I have family in Pennsylvania. I'm just talking about like
yeah, I know.
way out in,
Well, because Maine is a different time zone than you, isn't it?
No.
like you live near cities. Like you said, you could drive an hour and get to Cleveland, right? You said?
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay.
Yep.
Cleveland is it what? 500,000-600,000 people at least, right?
At least. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a lot of stuff going on, pro sport and all that. And
Columbus is what, another hour from you? The other way?
an hour and a half, 2 hours the other way.
Yeah. So, and that's a decent sized city, about the same size, right? Close.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, but when you live in Newfoundland, there's no. This girl was telling me a story. I knew this girl from Canada, and she was telling me that her family, who lived way up in wherever the hell it is, that her aunt got chased by a bear and had to run up a tree. Okay, and I always thought bears knew how to run up a tree, but apparently not.
Huh.
So she told me she had to run up a tree, and she had to wait like 15 hours till somebody came and found her, and the bear ran away. I'm like, what the? Imagine you had to wait in a tree for like 12 hours. Like the whole day she had to wait in the tree. The bear was waiting for her to eat the woman. What? I was like, what the hell do you live? My God. I don't know. I get like kind of like, see, that's why I kind of like where I live because it's suburbs. Like I don't have people on top of me. If I want to go out east on the island, it's rural out. If like an hour, if I drive an hour east, it gets rural.
Mm-hmm.
If I drive an hour west, it's New York City.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle, so I have both. I have countryside and.
See, that's the hard thing. I get it and I know it, but most people just can't even understand the idea that there could be something rural close to New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other way
True.
is rural. Out east,
Yeah.
and if I drive south, we're on an island, so we have a beach. We have a long beach, so you can go to the beach. It's got stuff around, not like no people, but it's like what I mean. It's like far enough we're with people, but then it's if you want to see people, you want to see lights, you could just if I want to go to Shake Shack right now, I could drive there right now and be open.
My one of my best friends from high school, he's married to a girl from Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
They met when he was working for IBM, and she's from a wealthy Jewish family that's in the clothing industry.
Yeah, there's a lot of
because her father has passed away since then. Anyway, they went from living into like a 600 square foot apartment in Manhattan. My friend and his wife did after they got married. He got a chance to transfer back to Charlotte, and he had inherited 200 acres down in Gaston County, which is a surrounding county.
Mm-hmm.
And so they built a 4,500 square foot house over there. And his mother-in-law and father-in-law flew down here, and his mother-in-law cried the whole time because they were living in this podunk county, and Bridget was going, "Mom, we could put half of your building in my house."
Well, how far was it from Charlotte?
Door, it's going to take you 20 minutes to walk to the mailbox.
Right.
Because they're built out in the middle of it. And but my friend, he says, those damn people from New York, they don't think anybody has a city except New York City.
Well, no, I heard Charlotte is a nice city. I've heard good things about Charlotte.
Yeah, because we've got enough people from Ohio and New York moving down here.
So, Tom, that's where you live? You live in Charlotte?
Yeah.
But in proper?
Yeah, I live inside the city limits.
Yeah, city limits? Okay.
Hey, I've been to Charlotte a number of times. I used to go to the Coca-Cola 600 every Memorial Day weekend.
Go NASCAR.
So you're a Ric Flair fan, I'm sure?
No, I was not much of a wrestling fan.
Well, it's funny because I said something to somebody, one of the other resellers from Charlotte, and I said something about Ric Flair. I said, Ric Flair is the most famous person probably from Charlotte. And he's like, Ric Flair is not from Charlotte, he's from Minnesota. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I was like, he's not, because he even named his daughter Charlotte, and,
We have a few things going for us besides NASCAR. We have a sort of
banking
football
industry.
team.
They have banking, right? I mean, it's Bank of America, I think, is headquarters there.
I think we're the second largest banking community now.
Yeah. I almost relocated there when I was a banker. Nah. Why live in places like that when I got Canton?
Yeah. Woohoo!
For a while there, I thought North Carolina was going to go to war with Ohio over the damn first in flight motto on our tag.
Yeah, but why? Ohio was first? I thought it was North Carolina.
The Wright brothers are from Ohio.
Really? Then why does it say first in flight North Carolina?
Because they actually flew the first time at Kitty Hawk out on the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And I only knew that because my neighbor, he used to have a house in North Carolina, I guess like a summer home, but of course people, they don't want to pay the car insurance for New York because obviously it's triple the price. So people always try to get out of state if they have like a summer home or something like that. They get the plates at the in Florida or Carolinas or something like that.
And then they just drive down once a year to have the inspections done on them.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of flight, if you're interested in planes and stuff like that, I live close by the Lindbergh Museum.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that. I'm in history.
Mitchell Field, Roosevelt Field.
Yeah.
That's right near my house. Yeah, that's where I live. So.
Oh.
But it's funny because people never talk about it's funny like people from my area. I talk to them like I says, "Oh, Charles Lindbergh," and they're kind of just like, "Big freaking deal." I'm like, Charles Lindbergh is like one of the greatest American heroes of all time. Like,
yeah,
and it's like, no big deal.
You know how many people I know here in Canton have never been to the Football Hall of Fame?
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Do they not have kids or anything? Or maybe they don't.
I'll tell you what. I went once with like a church youth group. I went once with like Cub Scouts. And the only times I've ever gone as an adult is when I bring friends who are from out of town.
Kids.
Who want to come see it because they're like diehard NFL fans or something like that. And I'll take them to the Hall of Fame stuff or take them to the Football Hall of Fame itself. But yeah, locals are just kind of like, yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, like I'm not a huge. I mean, I'm not a huge football fan. If I was driving through, I would definitely be interested in seeing it. I wouldn't go during the peak. I mean, I would definitely go like during off-peak hours.
Yeah.
I was more of a baseball fan. I'm actually, believe it or not, a soccer fan. Well,
soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer. Let me interject something right here real fast. Like, yes, Turtle, it is the great state of Charlotte. What's good for Charlotte is good for the rest of the damn state. Charlotte thinks.
Now, you were born and raised in that Charlotte?
Charlotte has the mentality of we are the center of the universe.
The North Carolina universe.
Yeah.
Wait, now you were born and raised in Charlotte?
No, I'm from South Carolina, actually.
Now, is there a rivalry between North and South Carolina or no?
Nah.
So I could just say it's, same shit.
Yeah. North Carolina North Carolinians think they're better than South Carolinians, and South Carolinians think they're better than Georgians. So that's the way it goes.
So it's basically the same thing, like North Dakota and South Dakota. It's just like no difference, right?
Yeah.
If you're driving on the highway, you wouldn't be like, "Oh wow, we're in South Dakota now." Ooh.
Tim Holiday said that you should have a channel just for Krillin story time.
Right?
So you get lots of
I
views.
do have a channel, but I didn't. I don't know. People just ask me questions, and it leads into a story. I don't. We have
people like listening to you. They like your accent.
I don't. I really have a thick accent. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you betcha.
Forget about it.
I don't really say forget about it that much. Once in a while, forget about it.
No. Yeah.
I was watching some scenes from a Bronx Tale the other night.
Movie.
Yeah. Especially the one where the bikers run into the bar.
Now you can't leave.
Yeah, now you can't leave. I love that.
Chaz Palminteri. we have them around here. The Hell's Angels. They're old now. They're like, you see the guy. He's in the grocery store with the with the cane and his glasses like that. He's trying to read. They're old man now. They're not.
Yep. Nope.
Some people just can't give it up. Like, if the Rolling Stones went on tour again, they're going to come out there with their little walkers and their sticks, their canes with the 4 tennis balls on the end of them.
Hey, I got one for you. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. Ozzy Osbourne turned 70.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh.
How's he alive?
Yeah.
I know.
Preservatives from all the medication and drugs he took.
See, you know what? I would never see some bands like that. I would love to see them, but bands that are too popular, I don't even go, because in order to get good seats, the seats are way too expensive.
When I started going to rock concerts in the early 80s, I could see groups like, I went to see Iron Maiden in 1982 and paid $12 for a ticket.
Wow.
In an arena or in a club? Nightclub?
In an arena.
Okay, but that's big, an arena.
And then the Scorpions in 84, and this band comes out in front, the opening act, and there's this guy jumping around wearing a jumpsuit and a cape. And we're all going, come on, get out of here. We want to see the Scorpions, man. It was Bon Jovi.
Yeah, and you know what? I got news for you. Bon Jovi still sucks. He sells out everything, but I could never pay to see Bon Jovi.
I quit going to concerts, I think, when they got above $20 a ticket.
Well, you know what it is too is that
AC/DC, $15. Now it's like a $200 ticket.
Eric, you know what it is? Watch this. Everyone's gonna explode in the chat. The resellers are driving up the prices of the tickets. It's true, because what happens is you go on StubHub, like the one concert I went to see in Manhattan on Thursday night. The tickets were, I think the face value was $15, and then when I started following the ticket, it's like the stock market. You follow the ticket prices as they go up and down, and you can kind of tell. I can kind of judge by how many tickets are left what the price will be on the last day, because it's kind of easy. If you get general admission tickets, you can kind of, like, it doesn't matter. You can kind of wait, because it's, it doesn't matter where once you buy them, whatever. So ticket prices had gone up to like $50. I didn't even know what the face value was, but and also you have to pay taxes and fees as a buyer.
Yeah.
But I bought the tickets I went by myself. $25 plus fees and stuff. It came to $35. So I figured that wasn't bad. I wanted to see the band, so it was a good time. I almost got into a big fight, but of course, being stupid, you have a couple of drinks and you know,
Who'd you go see?
I saw a band called Ministry. They're from the 80s, 90s.
Hmm.
They call it like industrial rock, you know. But it got a little rough in there. People were, you know, like banging around a lot. And, you know,
Sure.
I'm 40 years old now, you know. I know you guys say, "Oh, you're so young." I'm 39, and you know,
Then
I
you're
don't
not
like
far.
banging around with people. You know what I mean? I just don't
Right.
like it. You know, because I want
Yeah.
to see the show. I want to record. I want to this and that, and then someone's knocking me from behind, and then of course, stupid me. I see a girl who I start talking to. Okay, now she
He's
was a nice
talking to a
girl.
chick at a concert.
What?
Yeah. No,
What you say? You don't talk. Well,
no,
you.
no, you've been hitting on a chick at a concert, you know?
Well, I mean, where else? Where you gonna hit on it? Where else are you gonna go to hit on a chick? I mean, what? The
Well,
grocery store?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good place.
I mean, where else are you gonna hit on a chick? Anyway, so
Your
we
resale
start talking.
shop.
What do you say?
The resale shop.
The resellers. So this guy who was standing next to her, he starts hitting her, right? Like,
Hmm.
you know, because he's going, you know, it's because it's rock and roll, heavy metal, whatever it is. And she's giving, you know, I was talking to her a little bit back and forth. So stupid me, I go from behind the guy because he hits her, and I grab him by his neck, by his shoulder, like the you know the shoulder neck.
Hmm.
I grab him. I said, "Hey, take it easy, buddy." You know, and he looks back at me like, "All right." And I mean, look, I don't know. Maybe this guy knows jujitsu. I have no clue. He could have kicked my ass. I have no. I don't know. All I know is that I was trying to white knight this girl here,
Hmm.
and which didn't end up going anywhere anyway. You know.
Get your ass kicked and no date.
But you know, after you have a couple, you know, I was drinking Jack Daniels mixed with Fireball.
Oh God.
Why you ruined Jack Daniels that way?
Because they don't, because you know what happens? They don't have, you know, you ever drink the Jack Daniels Fire?
No, I just drink it straight, sir.
No, I like it. No. Look, I like Jack Daniels straight. If they have just Jack Daniels straight, if they have Jack Daniels Fire, I'll drink Jack Daniels Fire. If they have Jack Daniels and then they have Fireball, I'll say mix the two. If they just have what? Oh, it's delicious.
No.
It's delicious. Ugh.
No.
Neat.
No.
No ice. Neat.
I have a
Well,
son.
we're doing that, but geez.
I have a son that was looking at concert tickets with my wife to see 21 Pilots.
Yeah, they're
tickets
popular.
were like their best seats were like $600.
What would you think they were going to be?
I wouldn't pay $600 to see Dolly Parton dance naked on the stage.
Well, I might.
You know, I'm sorry.
What, in arena? What place? In a big arena?
$12 movie tickets. You know.
Now, Tom, where was this? What, at the county fair or at an arena?
Which one is this?
The 21 Pilots. I know they're big. They're popular.
The Charlotte Coliseum.
The Charlotte Coliseum.
Yeah, which is our major venue.
That's the big one, right?
Yeah.
Where the basketball team plays and everything.
Yeah.
And the track.
Yeah. So, would you think you were gonna? Yeah, but let me Tom. Let me teach you something too. A lot of times, those tickets, they're high in the beginning. Okay, right when they come out, somebody buys them, and then they jack the price up real high. If you wait till the end, you know, like if you try to snipe, like an eBay term, you want to snipe them, you can grab them probably for half of that price.
I'm not spending $300 for some group like 21 Pilots. You know?
Yeah, but if you want to impress a woman.
I'm too old to want to impress a woman.
Especially for $300 or $600. God only knows what it costs if you're in someplace like Madison Square Gardens or someplace like that.
I paid way up in the seats. I saw Depeche Mode. I spent.
That's my era.
Well, 80s. That's my era. 80s. So I spent over $300 for the tickets for Depeche Mode, and I have a video on my channel, and I was still 20 rows away from the band. You know, if you want to get on the floor, now you're looking at least a nickel. You know?
I guess I'm just old. I'm not
We'll keep
paying
that
that
away,
kind of
Tom.
money for a damn ticket to see somebody that's probably lip syncing.
You know what? Honestly, when I was listening that night, I'm trying to look at their guitars, and they're like, "Wait a second, are they really playing?"
You got to watch. Most of them aren't.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't. Yeah.
But it was a good time. I mean, it would have been a better time if that girl would have went home with me, but you know.
But she had. She was at a concert. She probably had a 12 o'clock bed curfew.
Yeah, you know what?
Took her to the thrift store. That's right.
Listen, Val, I'm gonna make a confession, Valerie.
Yeah.
I shouldn't talk so loud. I live with my parents. They're probably listening to what I'm saying. So there was a woman. You know, I don't like to say girl because it sounds bad on the internet when you say, "Oh, a girl." No, she was a woman. If she's over 18 years old, she's a woman. You know, you understand where I'm going with this.
I got it.
I don't date girls. Okay, let's just be clear.
Gotcha.
So the thing is to go in the basement, right? You kind of have to go down the stairs, and there's no light on. And it's funny because the lights are in the basement. See, the woman doesn't have lights upstairs because when she comes in the morning, it's bright out. So you don't need to have light, you know?
Right.
So the lights to turn the basement on are like when you get to the bottom of the basement. So you just flip a switch.
Right.
But when I open the store door at night, it's pitch black.
Right.
And of course, she leaves garbage bags on the floor with donations, stuff that she didn't happen to put away yet. So what I have to do when I go in, I wear, you know, I got it from Harbor Freight. I know all you guys, especially all you people that live in flyover country, know Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
So I got like one of those miners lights where you put on the top of your head. So because I'm always carrying like a bin of clothing or something. So I have the light. So I was going to bring this girl down the stairs. But then I says, you know what? You have to go in there when it's dark. Go downstairs. Go around the store. Go through this wall. Go through this thing. It's kind of complicated. It's like, wish she's going to think that I'm going to like...
Yeah, it sounds like a dungeon to me. You know.
Well, did you ever see my channel?
What's that?
Did you ever see my channel? I mean, you ever seen the...
No.
I need to go look at that.
I'm gonna have to. I want to know if there's chains on the walls.
Yeah. It does look a little bit. There's actually hooks from the ceiling and everything. You know.
Yeah, I think taking a woman there, I think she'd. Yeah.
Well, then again, at that particular concert, that might be what the woman was expecting. I don't know.
True.
Yeah, well, here's how. And the girl, she was actually she was talking back and forth. She seemed like a little interested. You know, she wasn't just like, oh, yeah, by the way, don't bother me. She was talking with me, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could tell when the woman is like, you know, do me a favor, get lost. You know. She was talking back because she was like, oh, I never saw this band before. Oh, what songs do they play? Like, she was like asking me questions because I said I had seen them 2 times before at other venues. I seen them in other places, one in Long Island, one in Manhattan. Anyway, so I was talking, and she lives in Brooklyn, but I live in Long Island. So I was going to offer her a ride to Brooklyn because I live in, so I could say, look, I live in Long Island. It's on my way. I have to drive through Brooklyn, even though I would have drove through Queens. Anyway, so as we're walking out, you know, I'm just talking with her, just talking a little bit. Oh, so you liked it? Nice. She ends up running into a guy that she knows. Oh, hey, how are you? And I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just stand there and wait for her to get done talking. Oh, to say, oh shit, man. To say, oh, by the way, do you need a ride? I mean, come on, you know. Yeah. That guy had to be standing at the bottom of the stairs. Bastard.
Dirty bastards.
I've decided I'm gonna host the show one night for all the single folk in the reselling community. I can, you know, So we'll have a mixer here, and because I'm married, I'll just be there to break up fights and all that kind of stuff.
You'll be the chaperone.
I'll be the chaperone. Yeah. See if we can match up some of these like-minded folk here. These single youngins that needs a significant other. This little man made me very happy yesterday. He called me young man because I took his buggy. He was pushing his buggy back to the the crowd and the
from the Pearl Harbor guys.
And I went over there and I said, "I'll take that from you, sir." And he said, "Well, thank you, young man." I just turned 61, and he called me young man. I was so happy about that, I just about cried.
See, I have a baby face. People think they think I'm like 28, 27 years old.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'll see about getting this set up here, and then I'll send out a notice to all the single folk. Prepare your 3-minute elevator speech.
Elevator
my name is
speech.
I'm gorgeous.
Elevator.
Yeah, that's what an elevator